moving really, really fast. It's moving beyond anybody's comprehension of how things are happening.
Have you heard of the banana zone?
I have heard that phrase.
That's what we're going to untack today.
Right.
So there are many of these things that keep coming out that really kind of 10x our productivity and our way of navigating the world. The hard thing is actually just staying on top of the trends.
As technology rapidly advances and comes together, our methods of working, investing, communicating, and living will change forever. According to Real Vision CEO and macroeconomy expert, Raoul, we only have 6 years left before artificial general intelligence models accelerate in power and collapse in cost. That is when we'll hit the golden age of technology productivity, where infinite knowledge workers enter the economy. This is the age of AI, and according to Pal, we need to be aware of and informed about these developments now, or we risk being left behind. In this video, Pal discusses how we can actually benefit from these new technologies and find new ways to create value and wealth for ourselves. So, give this video a like to show your support, subscribe for your daily dose of crypto news, and let's enjoy this valuable discussion. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out Daily 5-Minute Crypto Newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
I'm going to give you some of my thoughts, how I'm seeing things in the exponentialist playing out in this world, because as ever, David and I said the same thing over and over and over again. It's moving really, really fast. It's moving beyond anybody's comprehension of how things are happening. So firstly, exponentialists, we talk about in markets, we're just in the start of the banana zone. That works for crypto, it works for technology. So overall, the portfolio is in a kind of set it and forget it phase where it should start to really perform well. We'll see how that plays out over the next 2-3 months. I think it should be a very strong period because liquidity is on tap. The Chinese are printing money, and the central banks are cutting rates. Most of them should join in. So we should getting exactly the picture that we've been looking for, that the Everything Code has been giving us. For those of you who are pro macro investors, you'll know everything about the Everything Code. So what is interesting to me right now, I think a big thing, I wrote about it on Twitter and I'm not sure, well, I was interested in the response, which is that people are still not using ChatGPT fully. So the new voice mode, advanced voice mode came out last week. The new voice mode is extraordinary. So it is instantaneously a natural conversation with this super-brained mentor. And so the current ChatGPT, so in fact, I can probably show you the current one. Let's see how this works. Let me just ask it a question. Hey, wonder if you can help.
Got it.
Are you
referring to a device taking a while to boot up or something else in particular?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, do you know my thesis around the exponential age?
Yes, you're deeply focused on the exponential age and how rapid technological change will transform industries, economies, and even human experience. From what I gather, your thesis revolves around how technologies like AI, blockchain, robotics, and biotech will disrupt legacy systems at an accelerating pace. This shift is going to create exponential opportunities, and understanding these trends early can offer massive advantages in investing and business. You often tie this into macroeconomic frameworks, seeing technological adoption curves as similar to financial cycles, with inflection points driving exponential returns. You also highlight how decentralized networks and AI will fundamentally reshape finance, governance, and societal structures. Is that the direction you're thinking, or am I missing a key part?
No, that was perfect. Thank you. When you look at all of these technologies together, I think it's more than Metcalfe's law. It's more like Reed's law. Can you explain what Reed's law is in context of this?
Exactly. Reed's law is a great framework for thinking about this. Reed's law, proposed by David P. Reed, suggests that the utility of large networks, particularly social networks, scales exponentially as they allow for the formation of smaller groups within the network. Essentially, it says that the value of a network isn't just based on the number of connections, as in Metcalfe's law, which looks at network effects based on connections between individuals, but it grows exponentially as it enables group formation and collaboration. In the context of the exponential age, Reed's law applies to how various exponential technologies like AI, blockchain, and decentralized systems work together in networks and create new possibilities that multiply far beyond linear growth. These technologies allow smaller, highly efficient networks or ecosystems to form within larger ones, increasing the overall network's value by orders of magnitude. For example, blockchain doesn't just connect people, it enables decentralized financial systems, governance structures, and even DAOs.
Okay. If that doesn't blow your mind, then you are made of granite. And that is the old version. The new version is completely fluid. It's so fluid that you can interrupt. It goes, oh, yeah, I get that. And so you can have that natural conversation with it. Obviously, there's also the new reasoning devices, so you can really dig into any topic. I use it for research all the time. I use it for helping manage people at work or even helping manage my wife. It's so useful for psychology stuff. You can get it to write marketing plans, all of that, but just by speaking to it. So that's the breakthrough here, is it's very painful to be typing all this stuff out. But when you can just speak fluently, you end up with something that's so powerful. It's having, now this new model has an IQ of 120, right? The average human has 110. So everyone says, yeah, it's smart, but not that smart. People are completely misunderstanding. It's a polymath. It has 120 IQ in every single known subject in all of humanity in every language. Yeah, get your head around that. And very soon will be an IQ of 100, 200, 400, 1,000, and it keeps going. So anyway, for you to become an exponentialist, you need to be using these kind of tools. And the new advanced voice mode is something really, really profound. But that's not the only other profound product that I saw that's at mass availability. The other one is the test of Google Notebook LM. Now, I've barely played with this, so we're going to do this in real time. It may not work. You never know, but I'm going to give this a go. Because when I tried it last time, my jaw was on the floor. So Google Notebook LM. So I can upload files, and it's basically a very super smart note-taking system. But it does other stuff too, and I haven't even got around all of the things. You can give it video files, websites, copied text, Google Docs, Google Slides, everything. But what I'm going to do is it will make podcasts of your notes for you to help you interact with them. So I'm going to load this month's GMI. Now, it's loading now. It's going to give me a podcast to talk about what's in GMI. Now, virtually nobody's ready yet. Only got published an hour ago. So you guys are going to peek behind the curtain. Let's go. Watch your jaw drop.
Welcome to your deep dive.
We're digging into this really dense report today from Global Macro Investor.
It's called GMI October 2024 Monthly Read. And let me tell you,
It got some bold predictions in it.
yeah,
Have you heard of the banana zone?
I have heard that phrase.
That's what we're going to untack today.
Right.
The banana zone is basically,
It's the report author's way of describing their outlook on the global economy.
and let's just say they're feeling pretty optimistic.
They're predicting a period of potentially explosive growth across a whole range of markets.
Here, this optimism,
It all seems to hinge on,
central banks going full more cowbell,
okay,
to borrow the report's phrasing.
basically they're predicting,
Massive influx of liquidity
yeah,
into the global economy.
but this isn't just some,
Like rah, everything is awesome forecasts.
right,
They do back it up with some reasoning.
they do,
Yeah, they see a few key factors converging.
that give them confidence in this whole banana zone prediction.
Okay.
First, they point to easing financial conditions globally,
They're arguing that things are starting to look up.
with signs of a potential resurgence in the business cycle.
So not just more money sloshing around, but
Mhm.
actual signs of economic life, like returning.
That's the idea.
Yeah. And they see this as a global phenomenon.
Not just limited to one particular region.
In fact, they emphasize
Mhm.
the interconnectedness of the global economy.
Highlighting how actions in one area
Right.
can have these ripple effects elsewhere.
The example
Okay. Is your fucking mind not blown? You saw me. I loaded 120-page, 17,000-word GMI, and it created a two-way discussion by AI people with a very deep understanding of that document. Most of that document is graphs. It can read all of the graphs and understand what they mean.
Recently, the U.S. federal government's investment in artificial intelligence to combat financial crime has shown promising results. Machine learning AI was able to successfully assist the U.S. Treasury Department in analyzing vast amounts of data, leading to the recovery of $1 billion in check fraud during fiscal 2024, almost 3 times the amount recovered in the previous year. According to Renata Miskell, a top Treasury official, leveraging data has significantly improved fraud detection and prevention efforts. Just from that event, we can already see that the speed at which AI is developing is mind-blowing. Advanced AI can already perform complicated tasks more efficiently than humans can. This means businesses can automate repetitive work and spend more time on new ideas and creativity. People can take advantage of this to be more productive, learn new skills, and even start businesses that they couldn't have before. Now, watch as Raoul discusses another shocking and life-changing innovation.
The other big idea that I've been looking at is I'm sort of obsessed with this idea of left curve, right curve, mid curve. And I realize how easy it is to fall into the mid curve, particularly with technology. And I see mid curvers are arguing about, in fact, I'm going to find the page in GMI because I've got a nice little image that I want to show you, because this is definitely mid curve versus right curve. Mid curve versus left curve, right curve. And I'm going to talk about another one that I actually wrote about in GMI as well. So I'm giving you alpha that you shouldn't really have, but because I love you, you can have it. This is the left curve, right curve. So left curve is, oh my God, this machine thinks, right? But the middle curve is language models can't reason. They're just parroting words from the data. They can't analyze their biases. They're not even very good at poetry or physics or whatever the thing is, or mathematics. This confirms a culture war talking point, blah, blah, blah. And the bottom is the left curve and right curve. It simulates thinking, so it's thinking. And that, I think, is very profound. I think this is a truth that we all get in the middle in semantics and pedantics, and it's unnecessary to do so. So there's another variation of this that I found myself in the trap of, is we are all kind of talking a lot about energy sources. And it was Elon who said something that he's brilliant at left and right. And he just said, the largest nuclear reactor we will ever need as a species is already in the sky. It's the sun. It's endless nuclear fission. So one of the mid-curve arguments is, well, density of energy source matters. Well, it does and it doesn't. It does because the sun is the densest energy form of all. It's just a bit further away. But what it creates is unbelievable abundance of energy. Okay, so maybe abundance is more important than density. That is the densest source. It literally is the largest nuclear reactor in our solar system. In fact, it's named after it. The solar system is named after that sun. So then Elon put out a tweet, and he's like, once you understand the Kardash scale, you realize that solar is going to scale to everything. And that was like, okay, what the fuck is the Kardash scale? And when you look at it, it's what type of civilizations we are, type 1 civilization. But the Kardash scale is a theoretical framework for measuring the technological advancement of a civilization based on its energy consumption capabilities. It was proposed by the Russian astrophysicist Nikolai Kardashev in 1964. The scale is divided into 3 primary types, subsequent extensions suggesting additional levels. Type 1, planetary civilization. A type 1 civilization can harness and utilize all the available energy resource of its home planet, including geothermal, solar, wind, and other forms of renewables and non-renewable. Energy output, approximately 10 to the power of 16, 10 to the power of 17 watts. Example, humanity is currently at about 0.7 on the Kardash scale, as well as we're developing technologies. It's a logarithmic scale as well. So basically saying is that everything we ever need, we've got. And when Elon went through the numbers of, okay, what surface area of the world do we need to power the entire United States? It's like a small fraction of New Mexico or Arizona. And so you realize that when you go live in Elon's mind, you stop using the mid-curve, well, that can't be done, and what about batteries? And you go into the, if physics says it's possible, then it's doable. Anyway, so these are things I like to think about is it stops us forming narratives based around political opinions or opinions that we hear from others and forces us to think a little more broadly. And when you find that you're arguing why something can't be true, and yet the laws of physics say it can be true, it's just not been solved yet, you realize you're probably in the middle of the curve. And again, Elon does this a lot, and it's really irritating that he's so good at doing this. I literally don't understand how his brain works. I've never seen anything like it. And, you know, he may be a total dick, but oh my God, his ability to go back to first principles, not in a way that Silicon Valley talks about first principles, but his basic thing is, what does physics say is possible, and work from that. I just find that all very mind-blowing. And talking of the mind-blowing stuff around Elon, obviously we've got the unveiling of what the robo-taxis is and what else. I mean, Elon says this will be one of the greatest product launches in all history. I have no idea what's up his sleeve. And obviously it won't be ready to go to market because Elon stuff never is. I think it's something to do with the robots plus the robo-taxis and that kind of AI robot stuff. I mean, don't forget, a lot of people talk about this now, but Elon's Grok 3 is trading on the largest GPU cluster in the world. And Dojo is scaling up for the cars, self-driving. So the cars are now, what, as far as I can see, giving updates every week or 2 weeks. And he's like, you have no understanding how fast this is going to happen because Dojo is such a vastly massive supercomputer and it's all being trained on this. Meanwhile, he's created one of the largest GPU clusters in the world and is scaling that up. It's not fully ramped up yet to train Grok 3. I already use Grok a lot because it covers current things and you can search Twitter and it's just very, very good. I mean, I'm mind blown by Grok.
With all of that said, Raoul Pal believes that those who utilize these AI tools will have the advantage. After all, AI is just getting started and will keep getting better. It will become a bigger part of our everyday lives and jobs, so it's important for people to learn how to use it well. What about you? How do you think AI will impact your job or career in the next few years? Let us know in the comments below. If you found value in this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for your daily dose of crypto news. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you again. For more Daily Dose Crypto News, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.